Hello and welcome back to the channel, and today we've got another one from Crooked I, aka King Crooked, from a member of Slaughterhouse, and this time he's poking fun at those that make ludicrous claims about Eminem, and just to rub it in, he'll like to test a theory about Eminem if he gets to work on something like an EP with Eminem, aka Artist of the 21st Century. Towards the latter part of this video, I'll also be revealing something quite interesting that you don't see hip-hop magazines talk about often, but they waste no time to report on less important things, so stick around. Crooked I is quite active on Twitter, and all I say about Twitter on this channel, he says too, and he's even aware that when it comes to Eminem, people jump you to question your hip-hop knowledge. A few weeks ago, I did a video about Crooked I, who was asked who his top 5 rappers of all time are, and Crooked listed Eminem, and you should see how Twitter reacted to this. He was called names, a sellout, an employee who doesn't want to anger his boss, when that is in fact not true. But these guys don't care about facts, I know that, and you know that. And if you missed that video, click the link that pops up now, it's an interesting one. So recently, Crooked tweeted, "But don't think some artists don't flat out steal ideas." Of course, it will be naive to think otherwise, and even Eminem touched briefly on this on the Kamikaze song, where he stated that he'll ride through your cul-de-sac, bumping your reference tracks, and Eminem is well positioned in the industry to know these secrets about other artists. Remember when Eminem called Kels a mumble rapper, and people were wondering why he did that, only for Kels to release Binge EP weeks later. So after Crooked's tweet, a user replied, "We get in a collab with you and M, ? And even if that were the case, of course Crooked won't flat out say yes, because that's a revelation best made in interviews and not on Twitter." So Crooked replied, "The first record I would do with M would be exactly what people expected, lyrical mayhem. The second, third, fourth, fifth records all straight hood music. I want to test recent theories." Before we continue, remember to smash that like button, the likes are free, and if you enjoy content like this, proceed to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications to never miss a video. Now, Crooked here is poking fun at those that claim that the hood doesn't listen to Eminem because they know what everyone in the hood listens to in their cars and homes. Better yet, these guys also know the ins and outs of every hood in the United States, and some even go farther to claim that they know what blacks all over the world listen to, and because of this divine knowledge, they concluded that blacks don't listen to Eminem. We know who was one of the first to push this narrative, a gross generalization that you can prove wrong just by searching for reaction videos on this platform. So if Crooked gets the chance to work with Eminem on something like an EP, he'll do a series of hood records just for fun to test out the theory that the hood doesn't listen to Eminem, and off we go to the section of this video where I'll be revealing something quite interesting. So for a while now, we've known that Eminem is one of the top artists even when it comes to music streams, despite being an artist from the 90s, and every few months, the list is updated for most streamed artists on Spotify. Now, Eminem dominated physical sales, dominated digital sales, and now in the streaming era, with every update, Eminem remains in the top 5 for all-time streams on Spotify. He already dominates this platform we're on, just to give you an idea. So in 2018, for instance, Eminem ended the year in the US as the 4th most streamed artist and number 1 for album sales in the country. I did a video on this and I described it as Eminem doesn't miss leg day in the gym, since he's got a strong foothold in sales and streams. And in the latest update, this time for global all-time streams on Spotify, Eminem remains the 3rd most streamed artist on the platform to this moment. Something also quite interesting about the current top 10 is that Eminem is the only artist on the list to release albums in the 90s. Of course, these updates don't usually make headlines for some reason, and since it's about music consumption in the streaming era, you have to wonder why. But as soon as Forbes releases a list of rappers who make the most money in a particular year for doing things that are not related to music or even the music business in general, all the hip-hop magazines cram in a hurry to post the headlines about who made the most cash doing things that have nothing to do with hip-hop music or even the quote culture. So what do you guys think of all this? First, Crooked Eye having some fun with the theory that the hood doesn't listen to Eminem because the hood is homogeneous in every part of the United States or even the world in general. And what do you think of Eminem holding on even in the new era of streams, where we hear claims that no one listens to Eminem's music anymore because he's no longer relevant? Notice how the goalpost keeps moving. When I first started making these videos, at first it was that no one listens to Eminem, but I kept bringing the facts and the post moved to blacks don't listen to Eminem, and at this point I'm quite convinced that Jerome and Co have been watching this channel from day one as they try to come up with new excuses. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and see you on the next one.